Good evening and welcome to tonight's latest news bulletin, coming to you live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty the Sultan will pay a state visit to the Kingdom of Spain next Tuesday. His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed stresses the importance of the Shura Council's role in coordinating with the government to enhance the comprehensive development process. And the Sultanate of Oman signs key agreements to advance green hydrogen production in Duqm. Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq will pay a state visit to the Kingdom of Spain next Tuesday. A statement issued by the Diwan of the Royal Court reads as follows: in order to consolidate with bonds of friendship between the Sultanate of Oman and the Kingdom of Spain, to enhance cooperation between them and to take them to broader horizons, and in response to the kind invitation extended to His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq from His Majesty King Philip VI of the Kingdom of Spain, His Majesty the Sultan will pay a state visit to the Kingdom of Spain from May 20th to 22nd, 2025. His Majesty the Sultan's visits to the Kingdom comes within the framework of the strengthening all efforts to advance existing cooperation between the two countries in various fields and ways to develop them to serve their interests and aspirations, in addition to consultation and coordination on current issues on the regional and international arenas. During the visit, His Majesty the Sultan will be accompanied by a high-level official delegation, including His Highness Sayyid Shihab bin Tariq Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for Defense Affairs, His Excellency Sayyid Khalid bin Hilal Al Busaidi, Minister of the Diwan of the Royal Court, His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed Al Nu'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, Foreign Minister, His Excellency Dr. Hamad bin Saeed Al Aufi, Head of the Private Office, His Excellency Abdus Salam bin Mohammed Al Murshidi, Chairman of the Oman Investments Authority, His Excellency Qais bin Mohammed Al Yusuf, Minister of Commerce, Industry and Investments Promotion, His Excellency Engineer Salim bin Nasser Al Aufi, Minister of Energy and Minerals, and His Excellency Thamir bin Faiz Al-Alawi, Ambassador of the Sultanate of Oman to the Kingdom of Spain. The Sultanate of Oman and the Kingdom of Spain enjoy historically deep-rooted relations strengthened through cooperation in various fields. Both countries are keen to boost the close ties of friendship with strategic partnerships between the two friendly countries. Here is the detail.
The Sultanate of Oman, under the wise leadership of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, seeks to maximize the benefits of its distinguished relations with countries around the world, fostering mutual interests and upholding the principles of international peace and security. In this context, His Majesty's upcoming state visit to the Kingdom of Spain stands as one of the key milestones, building upon over 5 decades of advanced bilateral ties rooted in mutual respect and understanding. Over the past 50 years, the Omani-Spanish relations have been characterized by mutual respect and constructive cooperation, solidifying a robust partnership across various fields, most notably in politics and economy. This has been evident through the exchange of visions of high-level meetings and bilateral agreements, including the visit of King Felipe VI of Spain to meet His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq. Furthermore, the two leaders reviewed bilateral relations and exchanged views on regional and international issues of common interest during a phone call on October 8, 2024. Additionally, former King Juan Carlos I of Spain made several visits to Oman, the latest in 2014, which saw the signing of multiple agreements and memoranda of understanding across various sectors. This strategic partnership existed since the establishment of diplomatic relations in 1972 to broader horizons across all fields.
The visit by His Majesty is a big honor, and I think it is also a great opportunity for us to enhance bilateral relations. Both royal households have enjoyed friendly, long-standing relations, but this gives both governments the opportunity to look at each other and learn about what we've been doing through the years. So I think the relationship is quite good, but we have many opportunities ahead, and I think that His Majesty's acceptance of the visit reflects precisely so, that on the Omani side you have the same view.
The Omani-Spanish relations continue to grow steadily, culminating in the establishment of the Omani-Spain Private Equity Fund SOPEF in 2018, a fruitful result of the economic partnership between Oman Investment Authority and Spain's state-owned Cofidish. The fund was further bolstered in 2023, reaching a total value of approximately 133 million Omani rials, with investments in 11 Spanish companies across sectors such as food industries, renewable energy, technology, healthcare, and marketing. The Sultanate of Oman has become the third largest recipient of Spanish investments in the GCC countries, amounting to around 37 million Omani rials, positioning it as a reliable and attractive partner for Spanish economic sectors, including tourism, civil engineering, chemical and metal industries, water management, and commercial activities. According to the National Center for Statistics and Information, trade between the two nations reached nearly 94 million Omani rials by the end of 2024, with Oman's exports to Spain totaling at 33.8 million Omani rials and imports from Spain amounting to 60.4 billion Omani rials. Key imports from Spain include ships, aircrafts, vehicles, foundry products, flooring, and ammunition, while Oman's primary exports to Spain consists of aluminum, plastics, electrical material, organic chemical products, and frozen fish. Over 30 Spanish companies are developing strategic projects in the Sultanate of Oman, such as Aqualia, which collaborates with Majis Company in managing water facilities at Sohar Port. Spanish company Elecnor is implementing solar and wind energy projects in Oman, while Technical Rionedas is involved in the new Duqm refinery.
In the economic sphere, I'm happy that Spanish companies have been making a good contribution in some strategic areas to the development of Oman. Still, we see there are many opportunities. Some of those companies are setting up offices and enrolling Omani staff here. They are willing to share knowledge, but they are also happy to take advantage of Oman's strategic location, its connections to India, to the Gulf Cooperation Council countries. We also have many things to learn from you here in Oman. So it is no doubt a good moment to sit down, take a look, and talk about how to expand such a cooperation.
His Excellency Faisal bin Abdullah Rawas, chairman of the Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry, stated that His Majesty the Sultan's visit to Spain highlights promising opportunities for cooperation in vital sectors such as industry, tourism, digital economy, medical tourism, and good resource management, noting that the Spanish market serves as a gateway for Omani investments into the European continent.
That was a report read by Ahmed Al-Busaidi. The Council of Ministers and the Shura Council held a joint meeting today at the Council of Ministers premises within the framework of the Basic Law of the State and the Council of Oman Law in support of ongoing cooperation between state institutions and the achievement of shared visions that contribute to the implementation of public policies and the advancements of the country's supreme interests. His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, and a number of their Highnesses and Excellencies, members of the Council of Ministers, received His Excellency Khalid bin Hilal Al Ma'wali, Chairman of the Shura Council, and their Excellencies, members of the Council's office. At the beginning of the meeting, His Highness stressed the importance of the Shura Council's role in coordinating with the government to enhance the comprehensive development process witnessed by the Sultanate of Oman. Oman. His Highness reviewed several points that support cooperation between the two councils to continue efforts aimed at serving the nation and its citizens. The meeting also emphasized the Council of Ministers' priority to supporting the Shura Council's role as a partner in the national effort. In continuation of this approach, the Ministers of Services periodically respond to Shura Council invitations to submit ministerial statements that include government efforts to implement projects according to the priorities of each phase to provide the best services to citizens. The government also responds to the Shura Council requests to host government officials to present visual presentations and discuss topic under consideration by its committees. The proposals and opinions of council members are taken into account and incorporated into economic and social plans and programs. The joint meeting reviewed several topics including continued coordination and cooperation with the government, ways to enhance community awareness programs, given their positive impact in highlighting the realities of the achievements and the importance of activating the constructive role of the Joint Ministerial Coordination Committee between the two councils. For their part, His Excellency the Chairman of the Shura Council and their Excellencies, the members of the Council's office, praised the importance of this meeting that brought them together with the Council of Ministers and the positive outcomes it produced. They reviewed a number of matters of common interest that serve the public interest, expressing their thanks and appreciation to the government and its enlightened leadership for its efforts in supporting cooperation between the two councils and stressing that the next phase will witness more coordination to preserve the gains in the path of progress, development and prosperity witnessed by the dear homeland, Oman. During its 12th regular meeting, the Shura Council office reviewed the report of the Food and Water Security Committee regarding the proposal submitted to regulate the fishing sector in the Al-Wusta Governorate. The Council discussed a request for a briefing on the Ministry of Finance procedures for limiting fees for services provided in the Sultanate of Oman and the response of the Board of Directors of the Social Protection Fund regarding the reduction or purchase of years of service for workers outside the Sultanate of Oman. The Council also reviews the mechanisms to maximize the economic impact of scientific research and innovation in the Sultanate of Oman. The meeting was presided over by His Excellency Khalid bin Hilal Al-Ma'wali, Chairman of Shura Council. His Excellency Khalid bin Hilal Al-Ma'wali, Chairman of Shura Council, received a delegation from the Electricity and Energy Committee of the Iraqi House of Representatives, which is on an official visit to the Sultanate of Oman. The delegation got acquainted with the development of the Shura Council experience in the Sultanate of Oman. During the meeting, expertise was exchanged in various aspects, including legislative and economic aspects. The meeting emphasized on everything that supports the development of bilateral relations between the two brotherly countries in various fields. Within the framework of the Iraqi delegation's visit, the Economic and Financial Committee of the Shura Council held a joint meeting with the Electricity and Energy Committee of the Iraqi House of Representatives. The meeting reviewed the legislative roles undertaken by the Shura Council within the framework of its power specified in the Council of Oman law. Oman has signed the key agreements to advance green hydrogen production in Duqm, marking a major leap in its clean energy strategy. The move strengthens Oman's global standing in the hydrogen markets and sets the stage for large-scale sustainable growth. I was present in this particular event and I have prepared this report. The Sultanate of Oman strengthens green hydrogen leadership with new agreements in Duqm. In a major step towards realizing Oman Vision 2040, Hydrom, OPAS and Acme Group have officially signed agreements to expand Acme's green hydrogen and ammonia projects in Duqm's special economic zone. The new phases, covering 80 square kilometers, will produce over 70,000 tons of green hydrogen and 400,000 tons of green ammonia annually per phase, solidifying Duqm's role as a regional hub for clean energy.
The signing today, ACME project was classified as one of the legacy initiatives that, in accordance to Oman Green Hydrogen Strategy, there was an acceptance to align initiatives that have started before Hydrogen was incorporated, as long as they are fully aligned with the regulatory framework. And an outcome of 2 years of negotiations and discussions with ACME, we successfully today, with the signing, we can say that ACME Phase 2 and 3 are fully aligned with the regulatory framework, and they add up to the 8 projects that Hydrogen have signed already before, increasing the expected production target from 1.38 to almost 1.5 million ton by 2030 plus.
The signing marks the full integration of one of Oman's earliest hydrogen initiatives into Hydrom's national portfolio, aligning all large-scale hydrogen developments under a unified framework. It reflects a growing global investor confidence and positions Oman as a competitive player in the green hydrogen economy.
Today we have signed the land usufruct agreement and also project development agreement for the remaining 80 square kilometer land block, and we will be setting up a green ammonia plant here with a total capacity of around 0.8 million tons per annum. And this agreement holds a lot of importance or significance for our company, as this is the milestone that we have achieved from where we can move ahead and execute and operate the plant.
With 9 major projects now under its belt and US dollars 50 billion in projected investments, Oman is stepping boldly onto the world stage, ready to lead the green energy transition with scale, certainty, and ambition. Organized by the Oman Across Ages Museum in collaboration with the National Records and Archives Authority and the Ministry of Heritage and Tourism, the activities of the International Conference Museums and their role in tourism development began today under the patronage of His Excellency Salim bin Mohammed Al Mahrouqi, Minister of Heritage and Tourism. More detail in this report.
Museums have long played a vital role in preserving culture, heritage, and identity, safeguarding stories, artifacts, and traditions for future generations. But in a rapidly changing world, their role is expanding. That was the focus of the International Conference, Museums, and their role in tourism development, held at the Oman Across Ages Museum in the Wilaya of Manah in the Ad-Dakhiliya Governorate.
Museums are becoming more increasingly integrated and embedded within the tourism sector. It's a place-making activities that encompass many elements, culturally, educationally, and of course tourism. We see that museum sector in Oman is growing rapidly, and is becoming more assertive and in terms of content, in terms of role. And we are looking forward to have a maritime museum in a few years down the road, as well as a natural museum in its new version.
More than 42 experts, researchers, academics, and cultural leaders from 21 countries came together to share global perspectives and local strategies, from the use of AI and virtual reality to innovative partnerships with academic institutions, thus making museums dynamic drivers of tourism and sustainable development.
There's actually 4 subjects we're going to be covering during the conference. The role of the museum and cultural institution, and also about museum and education, and the change of the technology in the world, and actually how we can interpret the technology into the museum. Along with that, actually also the economic and the tourism sector.
This conference is very interesting and very important for all the world. Here we now is our colleagues, our speakers say about very important now communication between a museum and tourism. We of course we need every day think about our more visitors, and very easy things. How is our visitors not inside in museum, before inside the museum, know information about museum and think I go in museum now because it's very interesting.
Alongside the conference, an exhibition space brought together government entities, private institutions, and individual researchers to showcase the evolving mission of museums. This global conference reaffirms that museums are not just monuments to culture, they are sustainable platforms for progress, connection, tourism, and economy. Reporting from Oman Across Ages Museum in the Wilaya of Manah, this is Saleh Bukhalfan al-Rahbi, الداخلية Governorate.
Thank you, Saleh. Oman LNG signed an agreement with Vital Asia Pte Limited to enhance its LNG supply portfolio. This represents a further strategic step in the company's journey to strengthen its global partnerships and diversify its markets. The agreement will take effect in 2026 and includes the enhancement of commercial value by up to 800,000 metric tons per year of LNG. This agreement underscores the company's adaptability and flexibility in dealing with global LNG market dynamics. The signing ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Engineer Salim bin Nasser Al Aufi, Minister of Energy and Minerals. 80 Omani engineers will be trained by Canaan's Semicon in semiconductor or technology design. This came as part of cooperation agreement signed by the company with the Ministry of Transport, Communications and Information Technology and the Ministry of Labor. The Sultanate of Oman, through such agreement, aims to qualify the national cadres in related fields. The Omani engineers will go through 1 year training in the field of semiconductor technology design so as to fulfill the requirements of the labor market. Vice Admiral Abdullah bin Khamis Al-Raisi, Chief of Staff of the Sultan's Armed Forces, received a delegation from the British Royal College of Defence Studies. The Chief of Staff of the Sultan's Armed Forces welcomed the British delegation, and during the meeting, they exchanged views and discussed a number of military matters of mutual interest. The 9th Parallel Program Mechanisms for Enhancing Local Contact began today at the National Defense College at the Academy of Strategic and Defense Studies. The program, which targets government, security and private sectors, focuses on the importance of enhancing local content and its role in achieving sustainable development and presenting effective strategies for its enhancement. It also reviews the most important national, regional and international practices and experiences in the field of local content. The program launch was presided over by Rear Admiral Ali bin Abdullah Shidi, Commandant of the National Defense College. The Royal Cavalry of Oman took part in the third day of the 2025 Royal Windsor Horse Show under the patronage of King Charles III of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland and head of the Commonwealth at the grounds of Windsor Castle. During its participation, the Royal Cavalry showcased Omani music and traditional equestrian art unique to the Sultanate of Oman. Its riders, both male and female, performed displays of the Arda gallop and horse calming techniques, while the Royal Cavalry Band played Omani Arab and international musical pieces. The Royal Cavalry began its participation with 2 horse-drawn carriages carrying the flags of the Sultanate of Oman and the United Kingdom, parading around the show ground. Inside each carriage, the riders scattered Omani frankincense across the grounds of Windsor Castle, engaging the audience. The Royal Army of Oman Sustainer team won first place in the 2025 International Sustainer competition hosted by Grantham, UK, with the participation of teams representing elite armies from around the world. The event witnessed tough competitions among the participating teams that tested their physical strength, deep focus and preparedness. The competition is one of the most prominent global military events specializing in military logistical support. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty the Sultan will pay a state visit to the Kingdom of Spain next Tuesday. His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed stresses the importance of the Shura Council's role in coordinating with the government to enhance the comprehensive development process. And the Sultanate of Oman signs key agreements to advance green hydrogen production in Duqm. And with that, we do conclude this news bulletin. Thank you for joining us, and good night.